Do you ever wake up after 60 feeling weaker, stiffer, or just more tired than you used to? Maybe someone told you, add chocolate to your coffee, it's good for your muscles. So you went to the store, bought a cocoa powder, stirred it in every morning, but weeks later, nothing really changed. No extra strength, no new energy, just the same frustration and the same sore joints. Here's the truth nobody explains. Cacao and cocoa are not the same thing. One of them is loaded with antioxidants that help regulate blood flow, support muscle repair, and provide steady energy. The other? It loses most of those benefits during processing, but the tricky labels on the shelves make it nearly impossible to know which one you're actually buying. That's why so many seniors feel disappointed or even tricked by packaging, and that's exactly what we're going to clear up today. In this video, I'll show you the real difference between cacao and cocoa, which one actually fights muscle loss after 60, and how to spot the right kind so you can make your morning coffee a true muscle and energy booster. One row cacao, the real muscle protector after 60. When we talk about seniors' nutrition, one of the most overlooked foods is raw cacao. Many people confuse it with cocoa, but they're not the same. Raw cacao comes from cocoa beans that are cold pressed without roasting, which helps it keep most of its natural flavonoids. These flavonoids act like protectors, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and supporting muscle building after 60. If you've felt weaker, stiffer in the mornings, or noticed slow muscle loss year by year, this matters. Research shows raw cacao can increase blood flow to your muscles by up to 30%, delivering more oxygen and nutrients so recovery is faster and energy lasts longer. Think of your heart as the pump, your muscles as the engine, and cacao as the oil that keeps things moving smoothly. It doesn't just stop there. Cacao also supports brain health, which is a big concern for healthy aging. Seniors who add raw cacao to their morning coffee often say they feel more focused, less stiff, and more energized without the jitters of extra caffeine thanks to theobromine, a gentle stimulant in cacao. That's why more experts in senior healthcare now include cacao in their advice for healthy aging nutrition. It's not just a chocolate flavor, it's a food that can help protect senior wellness and independence. If this sounds helpful, let us know in the comments what you'd like to learn next. Or hit subscribe so you won't miss more simple health tips made for seniors. Do you see cocoa, why it often disappoints, and when it still works? Here's the truth. Many seniors discover the hard way. You want to stay strong after 60. You've heard friends or even a health tip online saying, just add chocolate to your coffee and it will help your muscles. So you go to the store, grab a container of cocoa powder, mix it in every morning, and wait. Weeks pass, but you don't feel stronger. Your energy is the same, your joints are still stiff in the morning, and you start thinking, maybe it was all just hype. That frustration is real, and I've heard it from so many people in senior healthcare. The reason is simple. Cocoa and cacao are not the same thing. Cocoa powder is made from beans that have been roasted at high heat. That roasting gives you the familiar sweet, smooth chocolate flavor, but it also burns away up to 90% of the antioxidants and flavonoids that actually help with muscle building after 60. In other words, most of the power you're looking for, the compounds that improve blood flow, reduce morning stiffness, and support recovery, are already gone before the cocoa even reaches your kitchen. No wonder you don't notice a change. But that doesn't mean cocoa is useless. If you buy natural unsweetened cocoa, not Dutch processed, not alkalized, it still offers some benefits. It's gentler on the stomach than raw cacao, and many seniors with reflux or sensitive digestion find it easier to handle. Plus, it can still give you small boosts for circulation and mood. The key is to read the label carefully. The ingredient list should only say cocoa. Anything with added sugar, syrups, or alkalized on the label is a trap that gives you sweetness without strength. So yes, cocoa can play a role. But here's the warning. If you stop here and think cocoa alone will solve your problem, you'll stay stuck. Still tired, still confused about why you're not feeling better. To really fight the muscle loss seniors face, you need to know the critical difference in how cacao works and the shopping mistake that causes 90% of seniors to waste money and lose hope. And that's exactly what we'll uncover next. 3. The shopping trap that leaves seniors feeling tricked. Let's be honest, standing in the grocery aisle staring at dozens of chocolate powders can be overwhelming. Some packages say cacao, others say cocoa, and then you see confusing words like Dutch processed, alkalized, or European style. To most seniors, it all looks the same. You just want something simple for your morning coffee, so you grab whatever brand looks familiar. Maybe one you've trusted for years, but here's the truth. That's exactly how so many people get tricked. Those shiny labels often hide what really matters. If it says Dutch processed or alkalized, it means the cocoa has been treated with chemicals that strip away most of the antioxidants your muscles need. What's left is a smoother taste, but almost none of the nutrition that helps fight muscle loss after 60. And when the first ingredients are sugar, corn syrup, or artificial flavors, you're not buying health. You're buying a sweetener in disguise. No wonder so many seniors feel disappointed. They heard that chocolate and coffee could help build strength, but instead, they ended up with sugar and fillers that only increase stiffness and fatigue. The fix is simple. Look for labels that clearly say raw cacao or natural unsweetened cocoa. No alkalized, no Dutch process, no hidden sugar, just one clean ingredient. Once you know this shopping tip, you stop wasting money, stop feeling tricked, and start fueling your body with what it truly needs. And if this explanation clears things up for you, give this video a quick like or share in the comments which brand you've tried before. Your experience might help another senior avoid the same mistake. But don't stop here, because even if you buy the right cacao, if you don't know how to use it properly, you'll miss most of its power. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to mix cacao into your coffee so your body can absorb the maximum benefits. Skip that, and you could leave real results on the table. 4. How to use cacao in your morning coffee for maximum benefit. So let's say you've learned the difference between cacao versus cocoa, and now you've finally picked up the right one, raw cacao. That's a huge win already. But here's the thing most people don't realize. If you don't prepare it the right way, you could still lose much of the benefit. This is why so many seniors try healthy foods, feel no results, and then give up. It's not because the food doesn't work, it's because they never learned how to use it correctly. Here's the simple truth. Raw cacao is powerful, but it doesn't dissolve in liquid as easily as processed cocoa. If you just dump it in your coffee and stir once or twice, it will clump up, sink to the bottom, and you'll miss most of its goodness. The right way is to start small. Take 1 teaspoon of raw cacao powder and mix it with a splash of hot coffee first. Stir until it forms a smooth paste. Then add the rest of your coffee while stirring slowly. This little step makes a big difference. It unlocks the flavor and ensures your body gets those raw cacao benefits you're looking for. Now let's talk about absorption. Many senior nutrition experts agree that pairing cacao with a small amount of healthy fat helps your body absorb the flavonoids better. That means adding a teaspoon of coconut oil, MCT oil, or even just a splash of whole milk to your coffee can boost the impact. Think of it as turning your coffee into a senior energy booster. Steady, long-lasting, and gentle on your digestion. For seniors who want to build muscle fast, this combination gives your muscles the nutrients they need right when they need them. And here's a quick health tip. Cacao has a natural bitter taste, which is the sign of its high antioxidant power. If it feels too strong at first, don't give up. Add a touch of stevia, monk fruit, or even a sprinkle of cinnamon or vanilla extract. These not only make the drink smoother, but cinnamon also helps with blood sugar control, which is another bonus for healthy aging nutrition. Over time, most seniors grow to enjoy the deeper flavor of cacao, and many even find that regular cocoa tastes flat in comparison. What about how much to use? Start with 1 teaspoon per day and see how your body feels. If you tolerate it well, gradually increase to 1 tablespoon. More is not always better. Your body can only use so many antioxidants at once, and too much could upset your stomach. The key is consistency, not overload. A small serving every morning, part of your senior coffee recipes, works far better than trying to double or triple the dose once in a while. Now here's why this matters. When you prepare cacao properly, within about 30 minutes you'll feel more alert, energized, and ready for your day without the crash that comes from extra caffeine. For many seniors, this small daily habit becomes the difference between dragging through the morning and feeling strong enough to go for a walk, garden, or play with the grandkids. That's not just nutrition over 60, it's quality of life. But remember, even knowing how to prepare cacao won't help if you ignore the health cautions that come with it. Seniors need to be smart, not just enthusiastic. And that's why in the next part, we'll cover the important safety notes, things like medication interactions, kidney stone risk, and how to keep your body balanced. Miss this step, and you could undo the benefits you've worked so hard to get. 5. Real stories. At our age, nothing hits home more than hearing about someone we know, family, neighbors, or even an old teacher who shaped us. Let me share about my Uncle Robert. He's 72 now. For almost a year, he stirred regular cocoa into his coffee every morning, hoping it would keep his strength. He'd heard chocolate is good for seniors and thought it might help, but truth be told, nothing changed. His knees still felt stiff in the morning, and just climbing the porch steps left him short of breath. Even mowing the lawn became something he dreaded. One evening, he sighed and told me, "Maybe this weakness is just part of getting old." But then, with one simple switch from cocoa to raw cacao, things turned around. Stories like Uncle Robert and Mr. Harris are just like ours. We've all felt disappointed trying something that didn't work. We've all stared at labels and wondered who to trust. But these stories remind us the right choice, taken daily, can bring back strength, energy, and confidence. And I'll tell you this, if they noticed real changes in just a few weeks, imagine what steady use could do for you over months or even a year. That's why I encourage you, drop a comment and share if you've ever tried cocoa or cacao in your coffee. Your story could help someone else. And if you want to keep hearing simple health tips that actually work for people our age, go ahead and subscribe. It means you won't miss the next one. But listen carefully. Using cacao the right way also comes with a few precautions we need to know. That's what I'll share next. And skipping it might undo all the progress you're hoping for. 6. The health warnings seniors must know. Now, before you run to the store and grab the first bag of cacao you see, let's slow down for a moment. Because while cacao can be a powerful tool for senior health and muscle building after 60, it's not one size fits all. Ignoring these small cautions could mean missing the benefits, or worse, adding new problems. And I don't want that for you. First, let's talk about medications. Many seniors are on prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinners like warfarin. Cacao naturally contains compounds that can slightly thin the blood and lower blood pressure. That can be a benefit, but if you're already on medication, it can sometimes push things too far. The solution isn't to avoid cacao completely, but to start small, just half a teaspoon a day, and check how your body responds. Keep your doctor in the loop so they know what you're adding to your daily routine. Second, there's the issue of kidney stones. Cacao and cocoa both contain oxalates, natural compounds that in some people can contribute to kidney stones. If you've ever had stones before, or if they run in your family, don't panic. Most seniors can still enjoy cacao, but it's smart to limit your dose to 1 teaspoon daily and drink plenty of water. Hydration is the key to flushing those oxalates before they become a problem. Third, let's look at digestion. Raw cacao is more acidic than cocoa, and for some seniors with sensitive stomachs or acid reflux, that can cause discomfort at first. If you've ever felt a little burn in your chest after coffee, you know what I mean. The fix is simple. Take cacao with food, not on an empty stomach. Mixing it into oatmeal, a smoothie, or even yogurt cushions your system. And if raw cacao still feels too harsh, you can always try natural unsweetened cocoa, which is gentler while still offering health benefits. Lastly, don't fall for marketing traps. Many powders on store shelves are labeled chocolate flavor or Dutch processed cocoa. These have lost most of their antioxidants and sometimes are filled with sugar or additives. If sugar is one of the first ingredients on the label, put it back on the shelf. Your goal is real cacao or natural cocoa, nothing else. The bottom line is this: cacao is safe for most seniors, but it works best when you use it wisely. Start small, pay attention to your body, and keep it pure. Think of it like adding a new spice to your cooking. A little goes a long way, and the quality matters more than the quantity. And here's the important part. Now that you know how to use cacao safely, you're ready for the final piece, the step-by-step routine that ties everything together. Because without knowing when and how to take cacao, even the best quality powder won't give you the results you're hoping for. Don't miss the last section, where we put all the pieces into a daily plan that can change your mornings forever. 7. Why small daily choices change everything. At our age, it's easy to believe that only big changes matter. We think if we can't start a strict diet, join a gym, or make huge lifestyle shifts, then it's too late. But the truth is, it's the small daily choices that change everything. Think about it this way. If you add raw cacao to your morning coffee instead of regular cocoa, you're giving your muscles what they need to fight the muscle loss seniors face every year. That small spoonful helps improve blood flow, brings oxygen and nutrients to tired muscles, and supports recovery after simple daily activities: walking, climbing stairs, carrying groceries. That's what muscle building after 60 really looks like. It's not about heavy weights or running marathons. It's about keeping enough strength to stay steady, independent, and confident in your own body. And it's not just about muscles. Choosing cacao as part of your nutrition over 60 supports anti-aging nutrition in other ways too. It feeds your brain, sharpens your focus, and even lifts your mood. The theobromine, the gentle stimulant in cacao, gives steady energy without the crash or jitters that an extra cup of coffee might bring. That's what real senior energy boosters should look like: simple, natural, and easy to enjoy as part of your senior coffee recipes. The truth is, the muscle strength seniors want doesn't come from one giant leap. It comes from small habits, stacked up day after day. Adding cacao to your morning is one habit. Choosing healthy aging foods like vegetables, nuts, and lean proteins is another. Even small movements, stretching, gardening, or walking around the block count too. None of these feels dramatic on their own, but together they protect your independence, your dignity, and your healthy life after 60. So here's my advice. Don't underestimate the little things. Every spoonful, every step, every choice matters. That's the secret of healthy aging nutrition. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. And if you felt weaker, stiffer, or disappointed because cocoa powder health claims didn't deliver, remember this: it's not your fault. You were sold the wrong product. With raw cacao, you finally have a simple, natural tool that supports your body, your muscles, and your future. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and let us know. Have you tried cacao or cocoa in your coffee? Your story might be the one that encourages another senior to make a small change that leads to a big result. And if you'd like more senior health tips like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. If you really want the muscle building and anti-aging benefits after 60, raw cacao is the clear winner. It carries 3 to 4 times more of the good compounds than natural cocoa, and up to 40 times more than the processed powders that fill most grocery shelves. That's the real difference. One choice helps your circulation, your muscles, and your energy, while the other barely moves the needle. That doesn't mean cocoa has no place. A good, natural, unsweetened cocoa can still be a decent choice if you enjoy a smoother flavor or if your stomach is more sensitive. The key is knowing what you're buying and making small daily choices that actually support your health instead of holding you back. And remember this: staying strong, steady, and independent after 60 isn't about big, dramatic changes. It's about learning these simple tips and putting them into practice every day. If today's video gave you a new way to look at your morning coffee, you'll love the other senior health tips we've shared here on this channel. Go ahead and subscribe and check out the next video. We've got plenty more practical, senior-friendly tips waiting for you.